All right, well, it's an exciting day for us on 6 West today because
Sorry, I am all over the place.
because we have a Daisy Award to give away. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading the letter, or do you want to do that first? Okay. Yep.
So let me just tell you a little bit about Daisy before we read the letter, because when was the last time we were up here?
It's been a long time.
Yeah. So Daisy, if you remember, is an award that really is about 20 years old, started by the family of Patrick Barnes. Patrick was a 33-year-old father, husband, son, who after a 6-week illness in a hospital passed away from complications from ITP. And his family tells the story that they expected the nurses to be competent, they expected the nurses to be smart, professional. What left them in awe and touched their heart was the compassion that the families shared with Patrick and the family during that 6-week illness. And so they tell the story that one night over a liquid dinner, they got together to say, how can we honor our nurses in the Seattle hospital that cared for Patrick? And they came up with the Daisy Award, Diseases Attacking the Autoimmune System. They thought it would be an award solely in their hometown of Seattle, but it is now in every state across the United States, and an international award to recognize the compassion of bedside nurses that they show patients and families. We give that award out once a month, and this month, we're giving it to Brian.
I was listening.
That was a great shot. Come right up here, Brian. And we're gonna Nancy's gonna tell you why you're getting the award.
It's surreal.
Yeah.
Recently, I was a patient here at Mercy Medical Center. I was quite surprised I was having heart issues. I was also apprehensive and scared. One of the bright spots of my stay was a nurse by the name of Brian Trinidad. I moved from critical care to 6 West, where Brian was my nurse at night on a couple of occasions. He was funny, charming, and professional. Brian always explained what he was doing regarding my care, as well as explaining every medication he was giving me. One of the funniest memories I have of him was when I asked him if it would hurt anything to have Funyuns. My friend had brought me. Brian had no clue what Funyuns were. He explained to me that he was from the Philippines and he had never had Funyuns, so he wasn't sure whether Funyuns would be bad for my heart or not. I decided he had to try Funyuns, so I opened the bag and gave him one. His eyes got big and he exclaimed Funyuns were delicious. He did have to tell me he didn't think they were probably a healthy thing for my heart though. He said this was with a little smirk, and informed me that he would have to confiscate them. Then he said he was kidding, but that he was going out to get Funyuns. My roommate and I and myself were laughing about his comical answer. I did have to insist he take the bag of Funyuns to enjoy, so he saved me from unhealthy eating. And by the time he was through, I did not even care about the Funyuns, and was glad I was able to get him to take the bag. It's a rare individual who can come between me and my food and make me feel good about it. I enjoyed Brian so much and just wanted Mercy to know they have a gem in him. Thanks so much, Brian, for your positive outlook on life and your obvious love of nursing.
Wow.
That's awesome. Well, here's the great thing about Daisy. It comes with prizes. So you will receive this portfolio that is signed by the Barnes family and myself. And I'm going to put some things here. You will have a banner up for a month somewhere with your name on it saying you're the Daisy recipient. You get a copy of the story. Kleenex partners with Daisy, because there's usually never dry eye in place, but you're doing pretty good. It was a fun, good story. You get a pin, a Daisy pin, to wear proudly to be part of that group. And then before I show you this, the other thing that should be here, cinnamon rolls. So there's cinnamon rolls here for the whole gang and for yourself. And the connection with the cinnamon rolls is that when Patrick was in the hospital still able to eat, his father one day brought in one of, do you know what a cinnamon roll is?
Yes.
The big ooey gooey cinnamon. And the father was going to eat it for himself, and Patrick said, Dad, I think that smells really good, I'll take a bite. And proceeded to eat the whole thing, and then told his dad to bring cinnamon rolls for him and the nurses as long as he could eat. And the Barnes family wants another connection with Nurses and Cinnamon. They have gone around the world now giving this Daisy Award, and nurses often say to them, usually say to them, this is just our job. This is just what we do. And to the patients and the families, it's much more than that. And so they want nurses, every time they smell cinnamon, bake with cinnamon, taste cinnamon, to think about how special you are, because you are very special. So that's their connection with cinnamon. So we have cinnamon rolls here from Hy-Vee for everybody. And then I think what is probably the best gift of all is this is a statue called the Healer's Touch. And this is a partnership with artists in Zimbabwe for Daisy, and these artists, the healers and their culture are very important to them, and so they're honored to make this Healer's Touch statue for Daisy and for the nurses that receive it, and your artist has signed it for you, and so this is your Healer's Touch.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
proud
Thank you so
of
much.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, actually, so surreal and unbelievable. Was that a setup? Is that a part of the 650?
Oh no!
I thought because the night was so busy, and, the messiest so far. So I can't imagine this happening also. So
Right,
it's
very
like a
busy,
dream.
busy
Yeah, I
night
know.
last
I know.
night.
And it's also very timely because three of my mentors are here.
Oh.
Yeah, so I learned a lot from them. Actually, I just did what they said that they want me to do. So Maria, Sam, Kate. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I get why you're thinking. I may need that Kleenex. This is awesome. Very good.
Thank
And
you.
So we want you to have a cinnamon roll, everyone, and then you get to now take some pictures. Are you ready?
Okay.
Yes, you can have, and you can either have the daisies, because those are for you as
Okay,
well,
thank you.
or the statue. You want your pictures with the statue or the daisies?
With the statue.